What's the lesson or advice you give? I mean, there's a lot of young people around the country, not just civically engaged or wanting to be more civically engaged, but also people who dream of being certain professions who may be just scared. I mean, you were an example of someone who just bet on yourself. What's your advice to that kid or that young person who may have some insecurities?
I mean, partly like, don't worry about the imposter syndrome. Everybody feels that. Any sane person trying to get a huge position of responsibility should feel a little bit daunted by it. If you don't, that's actually maybe a red flag. But also, if it makes sense to you, if it makes sense in your mind and in your heart, then in some fields, that's all that matters. In art, that's all that matters. Does it make sense to you? In politics, it also matters that it makes sense to everybody else. But there's only one way to find out if it makes sense to everybody else, and that is to put yourself out there. And I think a lot of really good people do hesitate. Maybe they've even worked in policy or politics, but they hesitate to put their name on the ballot and put themselves on the line that way because they don't, some part of them just thinks, well, I don't know, that'd be crazy to think I could be that guy. I could be that person. And yet everyone who's ever done it did at some point, right? And it wasn't, everybody started somewhere. Like very few people started out feeling or knowing that they were kind of qualified or capable. Everybody starts somewhere. And I started in some very humble places, you know, events where I was lucky to have 7 people show up when I was first getting started out.
Probably still remember the faces of those people, 7 who were.
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember that election day when I was trying to shake hands by the polling place in Indianapolis. Like the only guy who talked to me was a guy walking up and down the square, wearing a sandwich board for like a diner nearby, and like at least he would talk to me. So I talked to him for a while.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of The People's Cabinet. If you did, please like, subscribe, ring that bell, and put in the comments below who else you'd like to see sworn in. And stay tuned for new episodes every Tuesday. Let's go.